Hiya, it's LindaLee, and we are ready for the final flip through of the Floral Motivational Junk Journal that we made for Milagros. The book itself, it is a hardcover journal, and she's filled with 3 different signatures, and each signature has, I believe, about 15 pages in pieces of paper, so 30 pages per signature. Tie is a vintage piece of cotton, and as well as the eyelet fabric. The front has a little pocket. The pocket itself has just a couple of little things in it. It is a motivational journal, so we have little quotes and sentiments that are in the journal itself. And also high heels are something special to Milagros, so we have some of those in the journal as well. Let's go ahead and take a look. So the inside of the book, we have some collaging that all the pockets and the tucks are made out of, as well as the signature covers. This card right here was pretty much the guide that I used for the color inspiration of the journal. So we have all of these colors in the seam bindings and in the various papers. I have a little note to Milagros, as well as some washi tapes on a strength card. So going inside, there's just little journaling cards throughout, and they've just been coffee stained and distressed. A little envelope that I made for her. And then we have a lot of embellishing on the edges of the pages. So I've got script stamping, as well as stenciling on the majority of the pages in the journal. This particular piece of paper was avocado dyed, so we used avocado water for that. And this initial page, the person who actually commissioned this journal, her name is Iris. We used to work together, and the person that this is going to is Milagros, her mentor, and she's somebody that I also worked under. So we all know each other, which is pretty cool. This particular page is kind of the theme of the journal, and it's just a strong, powerful woman, and definitely has been an inspiration to probably many that she's come in touch with. She's that kind of person. So anyway, we're just going to take a quick flip through. Here is another little motivational. Today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. The seam bindings that we have on a lot of the pages, as well as this bag. I have 3 bags, 1 in each journal. These came from Kelly's shop, the BygonesVarietyShop. Another avocado dyed piece of paper with stenciling. A lot of stenciling. I wanted to make sure that she had a lot of different spots that she was comfortable to write on. And then some pages just simply have little flowers and ribbons or lace embellishing them. We got some ledger paper, a page out of a botanical book. This is from a sketch pad. We have some vintage music. This is actually copied from a 1930s piece of music. The paper ended up being almost a little too brittle, so I made a copy of it. We have lots of empty spaces for her journaling, and then the ones that aren't really maybe as easy to journal on are you just put your post-it notes or pictures, memory keeping. That's why I put the washi tape in the very beginning, so things can be attached to those pages. But she can still do some journaling here. The middle of the first signature, more crumpled seam binding, a couple of little journal cards, coffee treating some of the pages naturally distressed the other side, so it worked out really well. And then same thing on this music. So in coffee treating the back side of the paper, it actually changed what it looked like on this side, and it actually works color-wise even better than original. So we just got more stenciling, the botanical paper and ledger, a little bit of fussy cutting, and the bag, and another one of the motivational quotes by Oprah this time. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. I do have some little charms throughout, not too many, and I kept them kind of small and minimal. A little journal card. More avocado paper. And the back side of the first signature. So we have a seed packet and some guest checks. So the decoration, I tried to not make it too bulky, primarily because hopefully she's going to be carrying this, you know, in a briefcase or, you know, a shoulder bag. So I wanted to keep it kind of easy to handle. I have one of my little projects that we did, the little vacation slides, only this time I used little snippets out of one of my favorite painters' paintings, Water Lilies, and the description is on the back side for Milagros, but it's just in here ornamental. It's a bookmark really, and then stenciled journal card. So we have that in the first pocket of the second signature, and then very similarly they're going to be kind of decorated with the laces, and we have some of the silk, the ribbon flowers that were on the cover, a little foiled envelope, another quote, and some little journal cards that are stuffed into the envelope itself. And the quote says, "I know what I bring to the table, so trust me when I say I'm not afraid to eat alone." More fussy cutting, and the stenciled paper, botanical page, and then here another quote with another high heel. Strong women don't have attitudes, they have standards. So I have more of the seam binding. I used a lot of seam binding in this one, but I like the finger crumpled lace on the edges. And the journal page, another iris. Can you see the stenciling though? I don't know how well it's translating into the camera. Isn't that cool? It's so pretty. A vintage page out of that music book. I made her a little clutch type wallet that she can pull out. It's just got a couple of Tim Holtz journaling cards and a little notepad. She can easily just, you know, put a different pad in here when these pages are all used up. An oversized paper clip, a nice big old envelope, and another one of our projects that we did together. So we have kind of like the specimen tag out of a piece of junk mail. So it doesn't really have much journaling capabilities, but I wanted to stick something in there, you know, like a little piece of art on its own. And more fussy cutting. The center of the second signature, so a nice big space for writing. The other side of the envelope flap, I just glued a little piece of cardstock so we have an additional space for writing. But we kept it pretty open for lots of journaling. Milagros is somebody who does journal, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't take up too much space with lots of decoration. So another little paper clip with a simple little charm. This is a postcard from the Ford estate that's actually right here in Florida in Fort Myers. It's just a pretty postcard that kind of matches the coloring, and a piece of the botanical book again. The book itself I think was from the I want to say 70s. And another bag. And we just have some avocado paper tucked in. And we have a pocket on the back side with a spare pair of shoes. So two little black pumps with a coin envelope and a little tag. So a lot of stenciling. Random stamp, script stamping, little doily. The French doilies came from Kelly's shop too. Another little project, so another specimen tag, little journaling card, and we're at the back of the second signature, about to go into the third. So again, we have some tuck pockets and a stenciling card, journaling card, and a little piece of an address book. Remember those? And more lace and ribbons. Another little quote. Nothing can dim the light that shines from within. Another little journaling card that's been script stamped and stenciled, coffee treated. And this here is another journal card. So we didn't get too elaborate, but it's still so pretty and beautiful. I might have to make another one that's pretty similar to it for myself. Life will test you, but remember this: when you walk up a mountain, your legs get stronger. And we got some of the satin ribbons and more lace on both sides, actually, just different kinds. The green ledger, the botanical book, drawing paper, and music. And here it says the 1930s. I just didn't feel confident putting that brittle paper in the journal itself, so it's a photocopy of it. But some fussy cutting and finger crimple, stenciling, script stamping. I had a lot of fun doing this one. She's a thunderstorm with a touch of lightning. So fussy cut. I love the fussy cutting. I enjoy doing that. And we have some more stenciling. Now the strings from the signatures, I kind of just left them without any charms on them, so it'll fold flatter, but also too like little bookmarks, so they hang out the top a little bit. And more pages like before. And yep. So by the time we get to the third one, the third signature, you've kind of seen, you know, really what's in here. I would love, love, love to see how people use these. You know what I mean? Because we make them and they go out and then that's it. The thing women have to learn is that nobody gives you power, you just take it. More journal space. The third envelope with some avocado paper in it. So there's lots of room to tuck stuff for, you know, Post-it notes or pictures, actual journaling, and we're at the end. A couple of journal spots on the back of the cards, and you can even journal on the cover. And then a pretty card that kind of matches the first card that I showed you, which basically is the color inspiration for the whole thing. So, but that's available for writing on as well. So there she is in all of her floral motivational glory. And then the very back of the book is just a couple of guest checks in the back page pocket. So even these you can write on, you can write on, you know, little phone numbers, combinations, dates. Also too, with it being white, just throwing it out there, and that's anybody who has something that's white. Over time in handling it, it might start to not be as white. What you can do is basically just, you know, make yourself some tea, get a nice soft little brush, and then paint it with your tea. And then you'll have tea distress. It'll be a nice light distressing, and it'll still look perfect. So hopefully you enjoyed the process in this series. I'm sure I'll have another one very soon. But Milagros, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy your journal. Iris, thank you so much for the opportunity to make it. I truly did enjoy it. I did a lot of different things with this one that I haven't done before. So it was a lot of fun. I truly enjoyed it. And I hope you do too. Have a great afternoon, everyone. And we'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.